I think it takes a lot of confidence to execute a off-season correctly. I really think that you've got to trust in your coach, you've got to trust in yourself more than anything, and you've got to trust in the past experiences. For example, you don't lose that much fitness and you get back to where you were pretty quickly. There's a lot of people, like some coached athletes and some athletes within the squad, even myself back in the day, that really struggle to take off season. And it's because of that, I guess, fear, obsession. Definitely had it myself, of like not wanting to lose that fitness, scared of the unknown almost. But I think it's essential for most people, at least, to take an off season, especially for myself. It's really interesting, like what actually happens. It's probably not what most people think happen. Yes, you lose a little bit of fitness, hence a little bit of panting. But in reality, it's not that much. I think, for me personally, I lose a fair bit of conditioning. Not necessarily aerobic fitness, just that kind of muscular conditioning. And that's when, yeah, a little bit of that kind of, it hurts when you get back into a full training program. And it's a bit of a struggle. Yeah, like, I mean, this is my second run in 2 weeks, so I'm a little bit out of breath, just going about the run. But it's not that bad, like my heart rate's in check, I think. Yeah, my heart rate's perfect, the speed's not too bad. My muscles just kind of ache a little bit. Anyway, what have I been up to on my off season? I spent some quality time with Em. I think that's always important. I think that when you're in a deep training block, you sometimes don't realise how unpresent you can be. And this is for age groupers and professionals. Like that, I don't get to deep set fatigue, it's just, or chronic fatigue, it's just general fatigue. Like you're always in a state of it because you're training hard, you're working hard, you're going about life. So just having that quality time after Barcelona, especially as I didn't complete the marathon, so my legs weren't actually too bad in terms of aching and being able to walk about and stuff. So that was a bit of a luxury. And then came back from Barcelona because we spent a couple more days there just exploring the city. And again, just quality days, not doing anything other than just spending time with them, pottering around. And then we went to a wedding in Cornwall, which was lovely. Let loose a bit. It's one of the probably 3 or 4 times in the year that I get absolutely plastered. But yeah, it was amazing. It was Peter's wedding with Ellie and we really, really enjoyed it. Lovely to catch up with old friends as well. So that was great. Came back, actually stayed down in Cornwall for a couple more days. Just staying at another friend's house, Yoki, and just like getting out of the normality that is the flat essentially, and out of our normal space because we just slip back into routine and we spend enough time here. So yeah, really good and nice to get a little bit of separation and change from what we normally do, forcing that break almost. And then yeah, taking time off of training has been essential for me because I was physically and mentally exhausted from racing and training. And I think that's allowed me to really get back to offset zero, whatever you want to call it, back to almost normal. Because what we do is not normal in the slightest. It's actually fucking mental. Like, anyone who thinks that doing more than 10 hours of training a week, let alone 30, is normal, is probably wrong. Like, that's just not what normal people do, especially alongside a job for age groupers. Like, I am actually baffled at how much training some of these guys and girls are able to do alongside a 9 to 5. Very impressive. Like, I know it's you can comprehend it when you say, well, yeah, sure, 14 to 18 hours alongside a job, it can be compared to maybe 30 hours with a part-time job. Yeah, okay, sure. nah, it's genuinely impressive when you've got a family and stuff as well, so fair play. And I guess that's one, down to good coaching maybe, entire, but two, just good management from them, like good fueling, good nutrition, good life balance, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think it's really good. But yes, off season, important for pros, important for age groupers, because when you take it, like the past week or two, you realise how completely absurd the state that I'm normally in is. That fatigue, change in hormones, like having to consume a stupid amount of food. Like when you come on off season, you just don't crave it the same. Like when I'm having a meal, I'm like, one, this isn't like a big portion, but two, I'm actually full, and I never experienced that. And it's like, I mean, I enjoy food more when I'm a little bit hungry, but yeah, you realise it's not normal at all, and how many snacks you have throughout the day, how much rubbish you put in your body, etc. So yeah, you realise what offset zero is, what normality is. To give you a bit of perspective, I didn't, this off season, I didn't do too much work. So I didn't chase too much sponsorship, which I usually do, which again doesn't give me that mental rest. And I didn't overexert myself in entire at all. Obviously kept on top of coaching, but I didn't go above and beyond to expand the company, which has been amazing because there's still been interest. There's still been people wanting to come on board. So me taking time away, trying to withdraw a little bit and take that mental rest, actually probably hasn't had too much of a detrimental effect on the business, which is great. And that's, again, confidence, same as taking time off of training, in that what you've put into it beforehand will maintain it, will continue it. So yeah, really pleased with that, and buzzing that people are interested in entire. I think, yeah, I mean, this is the sort of time of season that people do change coaches or want to coach, because 2025 is important to start now. But yeah, it's always nice when people are actually getting in touch rather than you trying to fish them out of, I don't know, social media, or go after them full force. So yeah, I'm hoping that mental and physical rest would have allowed my body to just reset, put on a bit of weight, because I know that whenever I start training again, it comes off pretty quick, and you don't want it to come off too quick that you get to Christmas too underweight, because if I can time it right, yes, I'll lose a bit of weight, but I'll put it back on again over Christmas. So I fluctuate quite a bit. And you might say, oh, you didn't need to put on weight, you're a big athlete, but I'm not really, like, it's all relative, isn't it? And I think that I can tell that my body is craving food, craving fuel, craving that putting on weight, because it settles into like a nice, I guess, body composition whilst I'm on off season, and something that's probably quite healthy. And I am aware that, yes, I might be healthy for a triathlete, but for a normal person, probably not that healthy. Like, it's a bit abnormal to have a low body fat percentage, which I do. I'm just like big build essentially, which is why I look big, but it's not a body fat thing. So yeah, all interesting takeaways from off season, hopefully. Don't be afraid to take it. I think that's the main one. Obviously do it in line with what your coach thinks, because not that you have to deserve a break, but everyone's different. Some people don't need the mental rest. Like I said, this is my second run in 2 weeks, but I'm doing it from the mental side, getting some fresh air, like just, yeah, going through the motions, enjoying it. I'm not doing it because I feel like I have to, if that makes sense.